Hey there, welcome in the first video of the Things We Do for Love video series. In this video series, I'm going to talk to you about all things relationships. All things we do in relationships, our relationship styles, our attachment styles, the emotions that we experience in relationships, the fears that we have, the mechanisms that we have, the way we present ourselves, the way we mask ourselves, shame, guilt, anger, resentment, jealousy, all things relationships in this video series. And I've created this video series because the more and more I'm on this personal growth journey myself, the more I heal in relationships myself, the more I learn who I am, why I am the way I am, the more I learn about how I present myself in relationships and all things shadow sides and all things good sides, of course, the more I'm fascinated about relationships and how I believe that actually life means relationships and connection, right? And the more we learn to, in a mature way, connect and relate to each other, the less trauma we create, the less pain we create, the less suffering we create, especially in the relationship between parents and children, because our children are the people of our future, right? So I'm so fascinated about this topic, and it's so interesting to learn more and more and more for myself, but also to teach more and more people about why they are the way they are in relationships, what it says about them, how they created their relationship styles, and how they can work with their relationship styles, and how they can create new styles that are better and healthier and more helpful for them and their relationship. So in this video, I want to talk about a relationship style that I call enmeshment. Enmeshment is you deciding as a little child, if I am just completely the same as my mother, for example, or completely the same as my father, for example, if I copy their mechanisms, their manners, their identity, their characteristic, their everything, then they must love me. They must see me. They must value me finally. Remember that relationship style is always created to get your basic emotional and relational needs met, covertly or overtly, right? And enmeshment is a more covert style. It's you creating all kinds of fake masks and roles and identities that are exactly the same as the person you have in front of you want to receive love from. So you enmesh, you intertwine, you mingle completely with the energy, the emotional state, the suffering, the happiness, and just overall the person, such as your mother or your father, completely. You become your mother or your father. And this is a relationship style that can help you to, in the short term, receive love, recognition, and validation. But in the long run, you feel completely drained, depressed. You feel completely resentful. And in the end, you do not feel loved truly, because you are never loved for who you truly, authentically are, but you are loved for the identity that you copy. So there's always this emptiness, this loneliness, this wound still living inside of you, not fully healed. And enmeshment can be in a one-on-one relationship, but it can also be a family dynamic. For example, if you have a family dynamic with your mother, for example, being very emotionally immature, being very depressed, always having mental health issues, being very anxious, being very present with her suffering, not allowing you to be happy, and she gets angry with you if you show any form of authenticity or disconnect from her because you show your authentic identity, because you are a separated individual, and this is a threat to her, like insecurities, her unworthiness, her wounds, and she gets angry. She creates unsafety around disconnection, around being an authentic self, being an authentic individual in the family system. So she asks of you and maybe of your siblings to enmesh completely with her and with who she is and with her state of being, because anything else is a threat to her state of being and to her worthiness, right? She then asks of the family to enmesh. She then asks to mingle, to completely be her and become her, because anything else is unsafe. And you start to experience this as a little child. You're not consciously aware of this, but subconsciously you start to enmesh with your mother. You start to suppress your authentic self, your needs, your desires, your emotions, your identity, your authenticity, because you so long for her approval, for her love, for her to see you, for her to acknowledge you, for her to hold you, to mirror you, for her to support you and empower you and be proud of you. So you choose enmeshment as a relationship style to get the love, recognition and validation that you crave. Enmeshment is created in really toxic family environments where there definitely is some kind of love. There is love, but in very subtle ways you are being asked to abandon yourself to get that love. And because there is love and also softness and gentleness, you think, oh well, I just enmesh with the other person, then the other person feels good. Because I want my parents, I want my mother, I want my father, I want my partner, I want my friends to feel good. I want them to not get hurt. So they should not get hurt. So let me just suppress who I truly am and enmesh with them completely. And maybe then someday I will get what I need. But the truth is, you will never get what you need by enmeshing with other people. The only thing you get then is safety, but not true love for who you truly are. Not true fulfillment. And this enmeshment style, you carry this with you up until adulthood. And in every relationship that you have after that first relationship with your mother, you still find it difficult to express your authenticity, to express your individuality, to have your own needs and desires and boundaries and opinions. You suppress all of that because you want to receive love, you want to experience connection. So it's your way of connecting to people, to completely suppress your authentic self and to completely enmesh with the world around you. So if then someone experiences a depressive state or a negative emotion, you feel guilty for not feeling that, and you make yourself small and you suffer along with the other person because being happy while someone else suffers is a threat, is unsafe. It dysregulates your nervous system and it's a trigger for the trauma of enmeshment that you have experienced. The trauma of an emotionally immature, unpredictable and unavailable parent. And you have to understand that you create these styles to keep yourself safe. As a little child, disconnection means a threat to your immediate survival. It's a real threat. And the body doesn't know the difference between past, present, future. So every disconnection that you experience, also as an adult, still feels as threatening as it did when you were a little child. So maybe you recognize this enmeshment, this becoming one with the other person. It's also, people pleasing is a part of it, right? I will make a video about people pleasing separately, but just attuning to the state of others, becoming the state of others, becoming others to connect and to get a little bit of love. But in the end, it really creates a deep, deep hole and loneliness inside of you. It really creates a deep sense of emptiness inside of you. And because you are suppressing so much of your authenticity in all kinds of relationship, there's also a deep grief because you are never loved for who you truly are, because you also reject yourself, your authentic self, and not love you for who you truly are, as if your love for yourself is not enough. This is also a deep hurt and pain. And in the end, it really creates even depression or burnout. You feel empty, a gap, a hole. You ask yourself, like, is this all there is in life? You feel a deep longing for something. You miss something very deeply, but you don't know what it is. And it's what you miss is your authentic self-expression. You doing the things that you want to do. You feeling your needs, having boundaries and desires, and communicate them and share them. Let others meet them instead of only meeting the needs of others. So, and to understand this dynamic more and to heal from enmeshment, it's first important to recognize this if you're doing this, right? To understand how it is created. So investigate the relationship you had with your parents and what they asked of you in subtle or less subtle ways and how you responded to that. And then do emotional and somatic healing work, body work, to get to those vulnerabilities and those wounds inside of you, to get to the fear of disconnection inside of you. to get to the fear of rejection, the fear of abandonment, to get to those wounds that make you self-abandon and enmesh with others. Start to learn those triggers, start to understand when you are triggered. And then feel those emotions, feel the fear, feel the grief, the sadness, the shame, the guilt of disconnection. Feel how unsafe it feels to disconnect. Sit with that fear and anxiety. And soothe the child, the wounds inside of you that need it, the mother and father. Meet your own needs in that. And slowly over time, you will feel that it feels safer to not enmesh, to express your individuality in connections more and more. This really takes practice. You have to learn how to communicate, how to feel your needs first, and then how to communicate your needs. You have to learn what is working for you in the moments that you are triggered. And slowly over time, working with these wounds, with the enmeshment trauma, with the relational trauma, the emotional neglect, the suppressed emotions, and increasing your level of emotional tolerance. I have a video about that, how to increase the level of emotional tolerance and what it means. By increasing that level, you can slowly over time, in the present moment, in relationships, start with expressing your individuality and feel you're safe and that it's okay to do that. And this is how you slowly over time heal enmeshment trauma or enmeshment. How you slowly over time create different relationship styles or patterns, and how you can create new patterns that are more helpful, or I would call them connection mechanisms that help you to stay connected with yourself and with the world and the people around you. So thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions about enmeshment, just put them below the video and I will get back to you as soon as possible. If you have any questions about the things we do for love, any requests, also just post them below this video. Good luck and have a nice day. Hey there, my name is Myrthe Glasbergen. I'm the founder of Beyond Psychology, and I'm also an occupational health psychologist, life and job coach, intuitive singer and creator. And I am fascinated about the awakening and healing of humanity. I strongly believe that healed people heal the world, and this is why I'm doing everything I can to help heal as many people as possible. So if you're on a journey of self-discovery, personal growth, transformation, healing, and you want to rediscover who you truly are and change yourself in your life, then subscribe to my channel for more videos on all of these topics. And if you want to help spread this message of awakening and healing, then please like this video, share this video, respond to this video, because that will definitely help. In my subscription, you can find a nice link to a free somatic exercise to start your healing journey. And you can also find the link to my online platform and community for self-discovery, healing, transformation, and growth. It's called Heart Journey, and it's here to help you rediscover who you truly are, heal yourself, transform yourself in your life so that you will use your talents and your gifts to make the world a better place. Thank you for being here and have a nice day.